What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Took a bit of an L last night. So right now we're going to head over to a junkyard to grab a new wheel off of another Hyundai. Just gotta make sure we have everything we need. As long as the car's in a good spot, we don't have to put the jack anywhere crazy, then we should be able to get this installed or uninstalled fairly quickly. How do you feel about the whole situation?
I am wicked not psyched that I have to buy a new wheel, but I'm glad we can get it today because eBay and the internet told us like a week, so.
DIY, always do it yourself. I will catch up with you guys when we get there. Roadblock number 1.
Hey team, sorry I can't really open my eyeballs because I forgot sunglasses today, but we found my car, an ugly color of it, with 3 tires, but this one has the same, well, 3 wheels, that's what I mean, but this one has the same tire, same shitty tire. I think we're gonna take the one off the front, right?
No, we're taking the one off the back.
We're taking this one? We're taking the one?
Because that's the same tire as the one you have.
We're taking the replica. Hopefully we can do this in the next, like, 2 hours, because I gotta go to work.
Wait, what?
Told you to leave it in the car.
Did I leave it in the car? No way. Yo, I left it in the car.
Connor left the thing to match the lug nuts in the car. Guess he's using mine. So the e-brake in this car doesn't work, so it's been a very interesting mechanism of twisting, and
I was also thinking the e-brake is for the front wheels.
really?
Probably.
On this car?
Yep.
Good to know. Tire's coming off.
No, it's not. It's like the end tire coming off.
Well, maybe you wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and then run away when it's gonna fall off. Do you need one of these crowbar things?
I need something heavy.
Well, 2x4 works. Ooh.
That's how you do it, boys and girls.
Oh, Jesus. Careful. We got a wheel. It looks like shit, but I can put it on my car today.
It's slightly less
Hopefully.
rusted than yours.
Actually, yeah, it's not flaking as much.
As I'm driving home, I'm realizing that today should be a fix the F30'S exhaust day. That clamp that I've fixed before holding the cap back to the cat is not seated properly. So I'll probably end up having to cut the old one off and then just put on the new one. And then I also want to possibly respray the back of my exhaust, because when I had got it done, the exhaust shop had sprayed a black, I'm not sure, it was like a high heat coat of paint to protect it from rust, but even the portion that's flaked off since then hasn't rusted yet, so I'm thinking I'll be fine, and I kind of want to rock the polished look on the exhaust, so that's probably what we're going to be doing today. First, we got to put a new shoe on this thing. Alright, new wheel is on, look at that. Like it never even happened. You would never know. That one actually does need a new tire. They all need new tires, so what we're gonna do, I thought it would be funny if I told Jenna's that she needs new wheels, because the wheels that she has on there are really rusted, and on the inner barrels it's just like flaking off, so it does need new wheels, it needs new tires. So what I want her to do is give me the budget, and what I'm gonna do is get some more cool looking wheels. Hopefully maybe like some deep dish Steelies or something, you know, keep it the Steely look but without the face. I don't know, we'll see. Jenna had to go to work, and now I have time to go and actually work on the F30. Also part of this, I want to build my own ramp so I can get the F30 actually high enough off the ground so I can get under it to do this job. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store and the dealership, pick up the clamp, pick up some wood, screws, and also maybe even some high temperature paint for the exhaust, because I might end up touching that up in the back. But let's start the F30. I think I need gas, and then we'll go up to the dealership. BMW, we made it to this dealership, and conveniently enough, Lowe's is like right there, so we can make this all in one trip. Damn, must be nice, dude. Hella nice. Those wheels are sick. They kind of remind me of the VMRs. I guess BMW is under construction, so I'm in the Mazda dealership because they have the parts center here.
He's got a part number.
Okay, right now.
You want to write it down, see if you got it?
Oh, just trying to save it some time, that's all.
Well, I got the 18 307 628
Yeah.
660.
All How many do you need?
Just
I
one.
have one.
Just one.
Okay, right up with it.
Thanks.
Here she is, boys, in all her glory. Last time it cost me like 60 bucks, and on the phone he said 55, but it only ended up costing me 39. So I don't know what happened, but sick. Got all these stock Beamers, and then she got this thing laying frame, looking so savage. So savage. Huge fan of the EB2 though.
A few moments later.
Got some 8-foot pieces of wood in the F30. This thing's like a sport utility vehicle. And then I also picked up some high heat silver. I'm gonna try and paint the exhaust with this. And then lastly, just some screws to make the actual ramps. Back home now. So the first order of business is going to be to let the exhaust cool down. And while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and build the ramps. That way we can use it on the front to get access to that clamp to replace it, and then use it on the rear as well. So I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. So if you look under here at my exhaust, you can see all this paint flake. I'm gonna take the wire brush and hit this whole thing and then respray it silver with that high heat paint. These are 8 feet long. I got 2 of them, and it's 2 inches by 6 inches. So I'm gonna figure out how long I need each of my cuts to be, and then I'm gonna mark that, and then probably use the grinder. Actually, pretty sure you can use this on wood. I used it to cut metal, so I think wood should be no problem. Before we jump into it, I'll show you everything I'm gonna be using to make this job happen. Wheel chocks, high heat silver paint, BMW OEM clamp, wood screws, pencil, glue, clamp, tape measure, drill, wire brush, drill bit, water, brought to you by Elevated, and a grinder, of course. Now that I say it out loud, one thing I forgot is the impact gun with a Phillips head tip. So if you guys want to do this at home, pretty simple, man. Don't need a lot. You could probably do it with less than what I'm using. Straight edge. So here's what I've made. It's a little bit steeper, and I did not give myself enough space. I thought 6 inches was gonna be enough in between each of these platforms, but it's pretty small. My thought was to keep the first part long enough so that way we can get it at least underneath the bumper and then have it step up. We'll see. Next, I need to figure out how I can make a 45-degree angle cut on each of these, just to make getting up it a little bit easier. All right, so here is how this will work. I tried cutting with the grinder, and it just was so slow and made a ton of smoke. It didn't really seem like it was getting me that far. I tried then the saw, and that was just taking ages. So I guess for today, until I get the proper saw, I'm just going to do it like this and hope that the tire can get up onto these 90-degree angles. Now that it's bumped up against the wheel and I'm aired up in the front, I think we'll have no problem clearing this as we go up. All right, so I got the car up on these ramps. It looks pretty good, actually. I want to add a front lip to it to the end, so that way I know when I've hit the very end of the ramp and I don't roll over. But for now, this looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and try and show you guys what I'm talking about with the clamp on there that is loose and creating an exhaust leak. Right here is the clamp that I'm talking about. Although I fixed this last time and pointed this so that way it was higher up and not dragging, it is the lowest point on the car. So when it does get hit, it just keeps messing this up and basically breaking the seam. So I need to take this off and replace it with the one we bought today. From me tightening this bolt down so much and now trying to loosen it, it's totally stripped. Not gonna be able to get that off. Gonna have to go ahead and try and use a grinder to break this clamp off. Here's all that is left of the clamp. Pretty much shredded this thing trying to get it off. Now I just need to put the new one on, which is right here, and there's the part number, guys. If you plan on doing an F30 downpipe, you're gonna need to pick one of these up. More than likely yours is gonna be rusted or stripped, and you're gonna have to basically saw this sucker off. But again, here's the part number if you need it. This new clamp is on, and I had to use a jack to hold up the mid pipe so that way it would seat correctly on the downpipe here. An extra set of hands would be helpful, but you can do it with a jack. You will have to basically if you see that silver kind of box that I'm pointing to right now, that's an exhaust hanger for your mid pipe. You're gonna wanna shift your mid pipe out of that so it hangs, and that will give you enough access to pull the old clamp out and put the new one in. The most difficult part is definitely just getting it to seat on both sides correctly. So I believe this is all set now, and if you look, I'm gonna try and get the camera as high up as possible, but that bolt no longer sticks down, whereas before it was basically coming down to maybe right about here, and every time I would hit anything, it would just smash this clamp and get everything all screwed up. But now we should be all good. A lot of air still coming out of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and tighten it down more. Day 2 of the Fix the Exhaust project. I got out here early this morning. I was working pretty late into the dark last night and just trying to seat this damn clamp correctly. I mean, that thing is so over-engineered in my opinion. It's ridiculous. So you have to have the inlet and the mid pipe spaced enough so you can slip the V-band, the clamp, whatever it's called, so you can slip the clamp in between, and then there's a piece of metal that stays in between, and then there's the outer ring that spins. It's just such a pain, and honestly, I'm sure there's a much better way BMW could have done it, but it's the way they chose to do it, so I finally got it situated, and now if I turn the car on, I'll show you that there's no exhaust leak, and we should be good now. For starters, you can't smell it anymore. Before you could smell it pretty bad. Now there's no air coming around this clamp. If I stick my hand all the way around it, there's just no air coming out. So this thing is properly sealed up. We can lower this jack. But now I should be able to drop this and hopefully there's no exhaust leaks. Money. Phase 2 of the exhaust project is going to be to spray paint the back end of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and back it up off the ramps and put the ramps on the back end. That way we have room to actually work under there. These are so clutch. I'm so happy I made these things. That nice strong idle, no more exhaust leak, but now you can definitely tell why I need to paint this. Definitely gonna need some eye and face protection. That looks a little bit better. I'm not really sure why some of this paint just doesn't want to come off. This all just came off like a breeze, and then some of this is different. I don't know if it's a different metal, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and acetone everything down, get all the dust off and rust, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spray it down. Now I'm just gonna hit it with this Krylon. It's a high heat, it's a silver paint, but make sure you guys use high heat. If you don't use high heat, it's just gonna melt and burn the shit out of the paint that you use. So this one is rated up to 1200 degrees. I don't honestly know how hot exhaust gets, but 1200 seems pretty good. It's good for grills. Yeah, give it a shot. First coat is on. We'll give that about 5-10 minutes to dry, and then we'll put on the second coat. Just sprayed the second coat. It's about 90% coverage on this. It actually looks a lot better. And in between coats right now, I'm just going ahead and polishing up these tips so we can make all the exhaust look good. I just finished up the car. The exhaust is all set. The tips are now polished. The underside is coated. Oh, I forgot to take the tape off, but you get the picture. Let me pull this off for you. Here we go. Now here's how it came out. And I think it definitely looks a hell of a lot better, and I was actually able to get even the Y pipe painted, so now all of this looks so much better. And if you just come back, like now the exhaust pops way more than the black ever did. Pretty excited, got so much done on the F30. I didn't really intend to do this, but it was just something that needed to get done. So we got the wood ramps built, we got the catless downpipe clamp replaced and seated correctly now, and we got the rear exhaust painted, and it just looks so much better, sounds better. F30 is happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next video where we got some excellent surprises coming to the F30 and the Prelude. So stay tuned for that. Peace out, guys.